Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
Welcome back, you fat fucking pigs. It's the You're an Idiot podcast. I'm Alex Dragovich.
And I'm Jeffrey Asmus. Ugh.
We got
Isn't Hillary Clinton gay?
we got a great co-host, guest host for today, Usama Siddiqui. Usama.
What's up? Hello. Sorry
Welcome.
to all the incels who wanted Jeff. I don't even know what his fan base is. I'm scared. Am I going to be flamed for being brown or something?
Oh, yeah. We're not... we're just not used to it, man.
Usually it's more like Eastern European hate on your end, right? And then like now they have really something to chop into.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Reddit is going to be on fire. Reddit's going to be absolutely
twos
on
and
fire,
twos
dude.
of people are going to comment.
Yes, it's gonna be huge.
Jeffrey's mom, I didn't like this episode at all, actually.
Jeff's mom does listen to every episode. I'm sorry, Jeff's mom.
Fuck you, Jeff's mom. How about that?
Yes.
Just kidding. I don't even, listen, I love Jeff. He's a friend of ours, right? Alex told me to come here.
Great friend.
So don't be fucking angry that I'm here right now.
For our loyal fans, I'm sorry for having a brown guy. I am sorry.
I do feel like Jeff's fans, even if they're incels, they're like smart incels. So
No,
they're like, he doesn't even know about the Boer War, Usama.
Oh,
he's like they're just angry. I don't know enough facts. Like,
dude, no Bangladeshi history. Like, do not quiz me. Like, don't put that on me.
how about
me,
just
dude.
spell Bangladesh? Let's start there.
Sorry?
Spell Bangladesh.
BANGLADESH.
Here we go. Yeah.
What's up?
Dude, you know what? I'm not even surprised, bro. I'm not even surprised, bro. You know
Let's
what? How about I
go.
take this moment, this one time, to say that Alex is smart?
Oh, dude, you were defending me a little at Sesh.
I was. What did I say again? I'm like, he looks retarded, but he's not, or something. But he's not that retarded.
You said I'm dumb, but I know I'm dumb.
Oh, dude, you come off dumb,
Sure, of course.
but you're actually a highly perceptive person.
Oh, thank you, man.
That's what it is. And so I think it's like the way we get culture in America is very like book smart equals smart, right?
Yeah.
Or street smart is smart.
Yes.
You're neither, right? But you're
my
Thanks.
Serbian smart. Yeah.
Serbian smart.
Yeah. What's smart am I? What's smart?
It's like you're perceptive.
Okay.
The way you can look at a situation and kind of understand shit, and you kind of take an info quick. I think you in that way you're just you move a little smart. Facts wise, I think I just blame your school system. I think
certainly.
I think you had a bad school system.
I think actually I actually went to really good schools.
What?
That's the problem is I went to great schools.
Fuck.
I went to Notre Dame. I went to a great public school in
So
Chicago.
why don't you retain any knowledge?
Sorry?
You don't retain any knowledge.
Oh no, dude! I was really bad. I was just bad in school. Like,
Yeah.
I was very, very. If I didn't play basketball, I don't know where.
But you see what I'm saying? Basketball is a very high perception sport.
Sure.
You lock in to get better at that. You have to really understand
I agree.
spatiality and
I agree, but yeah, school was like. Were you good in school?
I was phenoms. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
I'm sorry,
Well,
but yeah, I was.
did you have to?
Proud as fuck.
Was it like? Did it come natural?
Dude, my dad's like a genius, bro.
Yeah.
My dad's like a legit, like eidetic memory type dude. Was in the village, could memorize like just books in like 5 minutes.
So
guy.
So school to you was like if you had to get a paper done night before, if you had to study an hour before.
I can do it. Well, dude, it's like the only measure of how good you are as a like smart person. Again, back when you were 0 to 18 is how well can you retain and gargle and barf
yes,
information.
Yes.
There's no critical thinking really back in our education. It was just
Sure.
like, remember this date, say this date on the line, remember this thing, say it. So if you didn't have that, you were fucking dumb for 18 years.
I was cooked. Dude, I was cooked. Every time. So, but it was just easy to you then.
Dude, it was a little easy. Here's two things, though, that I'll say about you and me, is that I seem dumber because I talk fast, and you seem dumber because you talk slow.
Definitely.
So we just talk on the other end, so we seem like we're either undercompensating or overcompensating for our actual intelligence.
No, damn, I didn't even think about that.
People think I'm 5'2", dude. When they meet me, every girl I've ever dated was like, "You're tall," because my energy's short. I seem like a shorter guy.
I think I've gotten that a couple of times on. I've gotten the how tall are you DMs because you seem like you because I say I'm tall like in my on my Instagram profile. It's just like New York stand up tall, whatever. Because I am like weirdly tall.
Yeah.
But like girls will be like, "What are you 6'2"? What are you 6'1"? I guess I seem so. Girls think you're gonna be like what 5'8" or
5'8", and you're crazy because like you're tall, but your nose is also tall. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about you is tall.
It's all big.
You're just tall guy.
Yeah.
And tall people, you have a deep voice. Tall guy plays a deep voice.
Yeah.
Sounds like me so hungry, me so horny type dude.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're not any of these things. You're actually a very smart guy with great bits and you have great writing. And,
oh, thank you, man. Of
course.
course.
And there's my favorite Alex memory, one of my favorite ones. I have like 5 memories of you. You know, we've hung out a total of 3 times. But one of my favorite Alex memories, we're at Sesh Comedy. And the host isn't here, I think. Some host isn't here. And so Alex was first or something. And Dave was like, hey man, can you just go? Oh, no. The main guy, Dave, who does the announcements, wasn't here, and so you have to host.
Yeah.
And you know, you're kind of super stressed about it in a way. I think you're just very like, Jesus Christ, it's gonna be terrible.
Any curveball in my life, yeah, of course.
And you were like, so like, fuck this. And you were, looking down, the Alex look, right? Just looking down and sad and mumbling Serbian.
Yes.
And I was like, this guy's really kind of in a space, and I don't know what's gonna happen, right? Because you're kind of, you're getting freaked out by the situation. And you go up and like you kind of go bumble, you go up and then you like literally smash it in 3 seconds. You're just like,
oh, thanks,
you just kind of lock in and like bumblingly, like, but not really bumblingly, just like, with your skill, like start really pumping it, and then the show is like at a fever pitch by the time you're out.
Thanks, man.
And that was the quintessential, I think, Alex experience of like, this guy hates himself, has no confidence, is highly skilled, has no concept of it, can deliver.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
This is getting clipped. This is getting clipped.
You're like a idiot savant, but the idiot is in all caps lock.
No, I mean, I appreciate that, man. But I was when you were saying it, when you said that, dude, I do like the way I have to lock in sometimes.
Yes.
Like before sets and everything like that. There's no like nothing comes like that. Like none of this shit comes that easy,
right,
I guess.
But
so I have to like make sure all the ducks are in a row and everything.
I think you're a very like particular guy.
Totally.
But you're also very just like good at what you're doing, right? So you remind me of Jackie Chan a lot.
Let's go.
Because you're fucking, because he's like every movie, he's like, no, and then he just starts beating people up. So he's not conceptualizing his own skill. Yeah. He's just being, and he's staying kind of in his fear the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, the anxiety is palpable.
It's palpable. So it's like
palpable.
Jackie Chan also, he's constantly anxiously doing everything amazingly.
Yeah.
That's you, bro.
I think it's I'm not going to make this too much about me. We're going to get to you in a second, obviously. But I do think
you're the Jackie Chan of comedy. No one's ever said this.
This is big. But one thing about that is like one thing that's like a hurdle I'm trying to get over. I think if I can figure out a way to get to be like, to at least seem bulletproof and confident on stage. And it's one thing that you have.
Oh, yeah.
You are never wavering.
Sure.
How do you never show any weakness up there? Because Usama, if you guys don't know, is an absolute killer. One of the best in the city. Everyone kind of knows that. Everyone does know that, at least in our world. So it's like, but I've seen him try new. Yeah. I've seen him. And if you're killing or you're doing like 2 or 3 minutes of new, you have the same temperament and it's the same thing.
Well, dude, I was also a very anxious kid, man. I was a very, very highly anxious kid. Everything affected me. I was scared. If I was in high school, right, and you were passing me in the halls, I would cover my face so you wouldn't see my face. Oh. I used to hate my face. People thought I had bad breath because I would always cover my face and it would cover my mouth.
What?
So people thought I had bad breath or whatever. But it was a manifestation of my self-hate. I was always like covering my face. If you were catching me in the hall, I'd like move my face a lot so you wouldn't get a visual on my face. So I really hated myself.
Whoa.
Really?
Late bloomer?
Late bloomer. Also, I didn't have any real passions that were like visible to people. I was a big gamer, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I used to I think I was ugly, all these things, right? Then I started comedy and that started giving me some confidence of like, oh, I have something I do and I love.
Yeah.
And the way I figured out confidence, I just looked at it like a set of traits, like the same way you look at game tape of like your own stand-up. I would look at, in my head, game tape of a conversation where I got weird. I'd be like, so what point did I feel weird? What point did my body clam up? What point did my hands feel like they were like, when you're like, you're chilling with a girl and you're feeling good, and then you're like, all of a sudden you're like, hands! my hands, what the fuck? And then you start doing like a, Swahili rain dance, right?
Of course.
But until that moment, you're like chill. You don't care about your hands. And then the moment you think about your hands, you're like, fucking hands, right? So I'd be like, oh, that moment, I thought hands when she looked at me in the eyes.
Yeah.
And I got that moment. So next time when she does that, I'll have something more in my head to mantra my way out of that.
So if a boxer, like it's known that like if a boxer punches Floyd Mayweather once, he clocks it and it never happens again.
Bro, it's like the learning, right?
So you have that, you in terms of your social interactions, you have a lifetime of just like clocking what's wrong, what's the wrong thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do here. And it's just like, it's never forgotten.
That's how Floyd kept beating his wife in greater and greater ways. He was like, well, first I did this, but now I can add an uppercut into the combo.
Yeah. If she throws a toaster at me here, then I can fucking deflect.
So bad. Dark jokes. This is your fans. It's
dark
fine.
jokes. Yes, it's fine. It's all good. But then you're on stage.
Yeah.
Most confident guy ever. Is that just from like, is it because you know you're good?
No. Dude, I'm the same way as you in terms of like overanalyzing.
But you can make it seem.
So it's two things, right?
You can be charismatic.
Two things, right? It's one is, okay, so you keep building that muscle. Confidence is a muscle, just like stand-up is a muscle, just like writing is a muscle. It's all muscles, right? You want to get better at something. There's a set of rules and algorithms that you can follow to get better at anything.
Yeah.
Right? You want to get better at jump shot? Keep doing it.
Of course.
Figure out the small little micro changes, right? Same with confidence, right? What micro changes can I make here? What mantra? Really, it's what you tell yourself, right? So if I'm looking at a very hot woman,
of course,
now I'm scared of talking to her, and I feel that fear, hands and all that, right? I'll imagine her, I'll zoom out, look at the stars, go back in, like, oh, she's a speck, she's nothing. I'll X-ray her and imagine her as skull and bones, like, oh, we're just both skull and bones. Whoa. I'll imagine a African kid shooting his own uncle in Somalia. But, I'm not doing that. That's cool.
Perspective.
Right?
It is
huge,
important,
right? Someone would die to have my problems type energy.
Of course.
So I would like think these things quickly in succession, right?
Wow.
Skull, galaxy, Africans, child soldier, boom, boom, boom. Now I'm locked in, and she has no more power. I've de-worshipped her. The divinity is gone now.
Wow.
Right?
As a Chicago guy, like this is something like I heard like Drew Michael say once.
Oh God.
He's I know. All right, he's a great. All right, whatever. I think he's a great comic. But he said one time that like he's just like if you're this. It sounds so simple to say, but he's like people like being like afraid of bombing, like trying to do stuff, whatever. He's just like if you're in front of 150 people in Denver, it's like. They're just 100. They're just a bunch of people in Denver. Who the fuck are they?
Yeah.
Just if you in any situation are like, well, who the fuck are you?
Right.
I think that does
Dude,
help.
and he took that info and he made the worst special of all time.
He made
That's what he did with that info. With that knowledge, he made the worst piece of shit I've ever seen.
Oh man. And we're cooking.
JK!
We are cooking.
Again.
God, this is the pod. The pod is back. Well, all right. Well, I do. I
love Drew Michael, by the way.
Dude,
one of the
great
funniest guys
comment.
ever.
That guy,
Legit.
God, that's funny as shit. Talk about your family a little bit. This is at least.
Can I say one more thing before?
Of course.
About confidence. Another thing I would say is if you really want some tips in that direction, read this one book. It's called Charisma Myth.
Yeah.
And it breaks down charisma into. This seems kind of crazy, but it breaks down charisma into 3 identifiable parts.
Yeah.
Power, presence, and warmth. Right.
Yeah.
These are 3 things that if you conceptualize them, you can actually get more. You can understand what charisma actually is.
Wow.
So one is power, which is like the idea that you believe yourself to be an awesome person.
Okay.
Have the self-confidence. Presence, giving a fuck about other people, actually listening to them when they talk instead of being in your own head, instead of being this girl so scary, what is she saying? And let's lock into that. So presence, and then warmth, which is love for your fellow person.
Wow.
So you combine these 3 concepts and you have genuine charisma. A lot of people who have only 2 of them, you'll realize like, oh, he's cool. People like him, but something about him, it doesn't feel right because maybe they have too much power and presence. They're just locked in and strong, but they have no warmth. Or they have too much warmth and presence, like they're right there, but they're a pushover, no power. You know what I'm saying? Or they're super warm and powerful, but no presence. So like Martha Stewart, like nice and has a lot of power, but you don't feel like they're there. They're just kind of being nice. So charisma, when all 3 parts are kind of interlocked, you have true charisma, true confidence, true ability to stay yourself in any situation.
What name? Say the title one more time for the listeners.
Charisma Myth by Sylvia Fox.
Absolutely incredible.
It's good.
Damn.
I would read it. I would read it, bro.
Okay.
9 times through.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Well, I want to go back to your family because this is actually a great question. Try to answer as many listener questions as we can on the pod.
Yes.
We get a lot of them. This one's from Jay Rohr. I thought this was a great question. What is something your parents were right to keep you from doing as a kid? Like something you really pushed for, but your parents were like, no. And then now looking back, you're like, oh, that's
shit,
that's fucking great.
That's
I can start.
What's up? Go for it.
I actually, this is as a kid, I thought it would be really cool to like go on cruises as like a vacation. So me and my sister would like push to like go on like a cruise all the time, like because we'd go to Florida like once every other year or something like that. Yeah. And my mom was like, "We're not going on a cruise. Cruises are gross. You don't get it. Like they're awful." And then for years I'd be like, why couldn't we go on a fucking cruise? I've been thinking about it the last year. I was like, I'm so glad we were not like a cruise
hilarious
family.
Dude, you know why too? Because during like WB, the Saturday morning cartoons, they would have like cruise commercials.
Dude, that's probably it.
They would just
that's gotta be it.
Bro, they would have these like cruise commercials like Carnival or whatever the fuck. And they would have like
Osama, 100%.
They got you with the fucking between Zeta Project and Yu-Gi-Oh! They would throw in the cruise shit, dude. And they would throw in such a deep cut. It's crazy.
Dude, that is a fucking snipe.
And
that's a snipe, dude.
Locked in. And dude, it would be like they'd have Mickey Mouse there and shit. They'd even like have one like where Mario was in it or something. I'm like, Mario's on this cruise. What the fuck?
That's what it was.
They hit you with like the advertising because kids shows had like some adult shit in there because they knew that kids would go and hammer their parents about the shit.
Wow.
Dude,
and you think about in reality how much of a mess those cruises would have been.
Bro, you know how much I wanted OxyClean randomly growing up? For no reason. Like, I didn't even have to clean anything. I'm like, I gotta get some OxyClean.
Dude, yes.
Or that little chopper thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where what's that? The pop chopper?
Or the commercial with that sick air conditioner that would always come up. What was that air conditioner that they were always? Where like the family was like, they were sweating. Like, we had air conditioning. Like my family, we had air conditioning, but that family, do you remember that?
They had the beginning of the commercial was like them in Saudi Arabia or something. A level of desert unheard of. And
they're like, oh, we're so hot. And I would just be like in my fucking air conditioned house, like, we need that air conditioner.
Bro, dude, I was the kid who was like, but there's more?
But there's more, yeah.
What?
Yes.
Bro, I was such a gullible little kid. I used to think that if you had gushers, your head would turn to a fruit.
Oh my God, dude.
I was scared of that. I was very susceptible to these commercials, bro.
Damn. It's I can't. Now I'm trying to think about if any of those other those
that's what I think it was, bro. For real. It's like cruises wouldn't have got, you wouldn't even known about cruises unless it was like,
of course.
It's not like you watched the Titanic and you're like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It had to come to you somehow.
Definitely. Right? Yeah, my mom also, she definitely was not into football. Me and my brother wanted to play football a couple of years, and that was not happening. That was never going to happen.
You're a Serbian, right? They love.
Yeah, I know. They love kind of. I don't know what
they love soccer.
Soccer.
Trying to play American
my mom was
football.
cool with soccer and basketball. We played soccer, basketball. She was cool with. I think my sister played tennis for a little bit, but yeah, me and my brother, because we you and your friends in the neighborhood, you and your friends would play football. And then I had a couple of friends who actually played, and then my mom was like, no chance. She thought we were gonna get fucking, which she was kind of right. Like I just remember even like getting older, like 8th grade, I was getting a little taller. Like even my friends in middle school were like, dude, we like your legs would just get fucking taken out.
Yes. Yes. I mean, you're a kid, bro. Yeah. You're having life-threatening injuries,
Yeah.
You see, I have those videos like on IG. The kid gets like CTE, is like 5 years old. He explodes on this.
100%.
And it's like, this is maybe the worst sport you've ever invented.
Were your parents just kind of letting you do whatever? Was there any?
Bro, horrific people. Some of the worst. No, I love you.
So they were kind of like on you about everything? Yeah,
they were completely strict. You know what I really love that they made me do was like study for real. Because now it's like, I'm quizzing people on the spelling of Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know it all.
It's like it's like if they didn't fucking throw that in me.
Yeah, one parenting style that I would totally implement if I had kids would be because first off, I got beat and didn't make me any smarter. I got my ass whooped. Did not make me any smarter. But the kids, like, so like, I know Jeff did this, and I know I've had like girlfriends in the past. The house was only, and Tommy Brennan has said this too, is like only nothing less than like A minuses. On the report card. It's like
sure.
B pluses.
Well, Tommy's dad is a doctor, right?
Yes.
So he was a smart dude.
But the whole house, like, and I have a few friends like this, like B pluses, like in my house, like,
dude.
A B minus was you're fine, dude.
Bro, if I got an A minus, my dad's like, are you retarded?
Yes.
Dude, it was like straight up.
And I think that is, I think that's the only way to go.
Literally a story. It's true. I got magna cum laude instead of summa cum laude. So I got top 6% instead of top 1 through 5% in my graduation.
College, right?
College.
Yeah.
My dad sees that literally, and he says to me after I walk off on my graduation, he's like, I was so depressed I had to walk outside. I was so depressed that my son is mentally disabled. He wouldn't talk to me the whole day, bro.
This is for real.
Another one. I was on Cash Cab, the game show, right?
Ben Bailey.
Ben Bailey. I got the money. I didn't do the double, and me and my friend Phil, we won.
Yeah.
We did but it was a very short ride, so we did like 6 questions.
Yeah.
So we were to survive, right? On the screening of the Cash Cab, before us were these 2 drunk Asian girls.
Yeah.
And they had the longest trip, but they were drunk and they were just like killing every question. So they made it like 45 questions or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just drunkenly being like quantum physics. Like they were just killing it because they're Asian girls. Super smart.
chicks, yeah.
My mom watched the whole episode with me in it and she's like, I couldn't sleep for 3 days because they got so many questions right and you only got 7 right.
Whoa.
These are my parents. They are so highly,
and not
expectant.
to like totally, but like, I've seen like brown comics have this kind of premise.
Oh yeah.
And so that's kind of universally across the board.
Yes. To be honest, I don't even respect the dads who aren't. Those brown dads who are like, I love my son. He has OnlyFans. He shows his toes online. It's like, fuck you. That guy sucks.
Fuck you. That guy sucks. Yes. And it's like, so is there like there's like an embarrassment for the like as the parent. They're like, my child is not.
Yes, bro. But the level of embarrassment starts so quick.
Yeah.
But I never understood the level of like best friend energy of parents that had with their kids, or like,
of course, my
kid's a star no matter what they do.
Yeah. How about your friends growing up where they're like me and my dad, like, or me and my mom, even like me and my parents, like we talk about who we're dating.
Oh, dude.
My dad will like,
bro,
they talk about sex. It's just like, dude,
are you kidding me, dude?
I know.
Forget that. They'll be like, me and Brenda talk sex.
Oh, the first name.
First name is crazy.
We were driving to a basketball tournament. My buddy's dad, he got like the DVD player, like the screens in the back of the TVs.
Hell yeah.
He was showing us Fast Times at Ridgemont High because he was like, "You kids got to watch." We were 12 years old.
There's like sexual assault in that movie,
and there's like 3 nude scenes, and he was just like, "This is just kind of like a sex positive household," but he was just like. And he turned back at me. He goes, "How nice are those, Alex?" Just like, and I'm like, my dad like wouldn't like let me watch MTV. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same language, but like way weirder. It's like, if you're gonna have an orgy, we'd rather you do it at the house, okay, under our supervision.
Isn't that crazy though?
That's crazy, dude.
It is like there are some like I don't know what that is. It's a
dude. I mean, it's an immigrant thing too. We come from more Victorian cultures or more.
Oh sure.
Because Indians and Bengalis are very affected by British people too. Like they took over India, so they were like they enforced their kind of sex negativity on us as well. Islam also has sex negativity. Hinduism was not a sex negative, but it became sex negative.
So what is it about? I mean, and again, but Serbians are, and I don't know, it's like Serbians, very horny people.
Oh yeah,
sex negative culture.
Of course.
What the fuck is?
Bro,
is that it?
You don't dial that up. Fucking Latinas are virgins, but they have like 7 kids. You know what I'm saying? Explain that. Clip it.
But that's interesting. Yeah, it's like the Latinos like never allowed to bring a guy home or whatever. It's like for at least my mom was like she was very like I don't want to know who she didn't want to know any of that shit. Like she was vehemently against it. My friends who were
one time my mom, I had a picture of me kissing a girl on the cheek that I kept framed in college, like early college. And it was like, no, it was early college.
Girlfriend?
Black and white, girlfriend,
yeah.
And we broke up and I kind of just hid the thing in the back of a shelf, forgot about it. One day I'm watching TV, my mom stomps down, she like puts the fucking frame in my face. She's like, what the fuck is this?
Oh,
And then starts beating me with the frame. Just straight up like beating me with like the face of my ex-girlfriend on my, so it's like a tag team almost.
yes.
And just starts just breaking the frame on my face. And I learned later, she didn't even realize that I was in it. Like it was a black and white photo, so I looked dark. It was just the idea that I had a girl in a frame photo was enough. Imagine if she knew that I was kissing her.
Yeah.
It was like a Rorschach thing where you couldn't even tell it was my face.
Oh my God.
Which maybe saved my life. Which maybe saved my, like legitimately saved my life.
Holy fucking shit. Yeah. So it was always, what about now? But now, dude,
Now
I mean,
it's different. Now it's different.
they, of course, it's like, you hit like an age.
Dude.
They're like.
Dude, like now my parents, like, it's weird, we talked about this maybe before, is like they don't give you any skills to get a girl.
Yeah.
And they shame you for not having married by 25.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck is this? Now my mom is like, what is your dick small? Huh? What's going on? What are you autistic? Straight up, dude. My mom would straight up be like, it must be something wrong with you. You can't get married.
And you have an older brother. Do you have sisters?
No. Two brothers.
Okay.
Older brother, younger brother.
How would a sister have been treated in your
Way
house?
worse.
It's worse.
My dad's like a PhD, one of the smartest guys I've ever met in my life. I mean, the smartest guy I know in my existence.
Yeah.
And he is like, he has like those values, like those brown ass values of like, you know, like it would not have been fun for her to grow up, I think. But then, yeah, again, they're cooler now. They're chiller now. I love my parents. I love them with all my heart.
Yeah.
But they, you know, they had some issues with like discipline.
Yeah. That is, and they're always, I don't know if they're always, do you know people that you grew up with, friends you grew up with that are going to keep, like, I'm not going to hit my kids. Like, it's like, do you have friends who are like, well, my dad, you know, do you have friends that you grew up with who are like, well, our parents hit us, so we're just gonna.
I do, and they're called black people. Okay, all my black friends are gonna hit their kids. I know this because they say to me all the time. And when I'm with them, I'm also doing it. I'm always like, yeah, hell yeah, brother, you are, you know,
Yeah.
dude.
That is true.
I think there are some cultures that are, because they're so close knit.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say evolve is the wrong word, but they change less quickly.
sure,
So you have a lot of black culture right now that is like still rampantly homophobic.
sure.
Because the family culture is so strong and so awesome.
Yeah,
That it's harder for them to change their values from generation to generation because you kind of more inherit your parents' philosophies because you hang out with them more and you love them more.
yeah.
So there are some issues to that. So in one end, the family unit is very strong and awesome and fun.
Yeah.
Cookout culture, very fun. But then on the other hand, you have homophobia that's still there, maybe in our age.
Was there did you have a brown friend growing up who came out, and was it like a thing?
I did, bro. His name is Adam.
Was it like how did were you like shook? Were you like, oh shit, dude? Like,
Bro, I was shook when he banged me. Dude, no. He tried to, apparently. This guy's name was Adam. He was an Arab guy.
Yeah.
He was so gay, dude. He got gayer and gayer.
Did everyone kind of know?
So he was like in the closet for a little bit. Then he was like fucking gay. And
this was high school or college?
This is in high school. He was an Arab stepdad, very intense, very negative, very homophobic.
So you're like, how are you going to tell your dad, Adam, right?
Well, he told me how he told him. He was watching The L Word. Remember that show? It was a show on HBO called The L Word.
I think so. Yeah.
About lesbians and shit. And his stepdad was like, why are you watching this?
Yeah.
And he's like, because I'm the G word. And then he like ran away from home or something like that. It was bad.
Oh, dude.
But also fuck this guy too. This guy like, at my college dorm, he brought a guy and like jizzed everywhere on my bed.
Oh,
He like took I had a Pokemon towel, my favorite towel on earth. He like dittoed all over it, dude.
Oh.
He like jizzed all over it.
Really?
Yeah.
On your Pokemon towel?
On my Poke towel, bro.
Jesus.
He added he just mucked all over it. And it was like, fuck this guy. He was so gay.
Yeah, fuck that gay.
He was aggressively gay. I have the right to be. I saw that and I went to the Westboro Baptist Church immediately. I was like, you know what? Time to fucking book an appointment. Dude, he was
okay.
He jizzed all
this
over
is
my
your boy
place.
in high school and went to college. You guys went to the same college.
We
go to
hung out for a long time.
Where'd you go to college, by the way?
UT Dallas.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So I was in a dorm or in an apartment, and we had just left for some Taco Bell. And I saw Adam maybe once in a while at that point.
Yeah.
And literally I came back and it was just like, he was like, sorry, I fucked in your bed.
Oh.
Raw with this Asian twink. And I'm like, dude, I was just a pushover back then, dude. I was like, thanks. Or something. I don't even know. I was such a loser,
dude, that shit would. Oh my God, I'd be irate, dude.
Bro, I was just such a little bitch back then, dude. I remember drug addicts used to like climb in through my window and they would steal stuff from the house to like pay for their like drugs. Because I had a friend, Praju, who had all these drug addict friends, and they were just like, they would unlock my window and just sneak in.
How did you like get in with this crew in college?
My boy Praju was a good friend of mine in high school.
Okay.
And then we roomed together. But you know how like you have one friend that's like cool with you, but then all their other friends are monsters? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah,
a dude you like, but everyone else that they like is just fucking disgusting.
I had a friend in college. He was a teammate of mine, and he's from like a pretty like rough area, Boston. Yeah. And his boys that he would bring around, we were like, dude, these are not the guys to bring in front of like these Boston College, like white chicks from fucking Connecticut, dude. Like, this is a brutal look.
Dude, but I mean, and they're at the Celtics Stadium all the time, just yelling the N-word if they win. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, yes. Dude, these guys were hard fucking dudes, man. These were like when you hear about like the Boston like stereotype, I'm like, these are the guys.
These are the kind of guys where if you wear the wrong type of leather jacket, you're gay. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yes.
You wear brown today?
Yes.
Huh? Cause you like anal, bitch?
The town he's from is it's Bridgewater.
Okay,
so you're just like, oh, even that just sounds
tough,
horrific,
dude. Boston, by the way, is so I didn't know how small the actual city was.
Yes.
Boston proper is like 2 Dunkin' Donuts. And like
no, it's like one
Walgreens.
street. Yeah, it feels like it's one street.
And then everything else is like a suburb, right?
Yeah.
So some of those suburbs can get so fucking gnarly, bro.
Get trashed, man. It's a different game. But that is so weird how you just have like some college because that is something about college, like growing up about college. Like you just have people. Yeah, there's no like saying no to ancillary friends or whatever. It's like it's very odd. But
I dare you to call Alex dumb ever again. Ancillary?
Yeah, baby.
Whoa.
What's up, guys? I
imagine you after every podcast day going home with like the hood on, going to your room and be like, I'll show Jeff this time. You're just Googling Webster.com. Like, I'll fucking show him.
Every other episode he'll just say like, oh, that was kind of smart drag. And I'm just like, how many times do I have to like be kind of
really good impression?
Dude, he is
kind of smart. Right?
Yeah, he's a fucking. But he'll be back soon, guys. He'll be back soon. He's coming back for the summer, actually, like the whole summer. I think he's. Have you ever taken a summer off comedy?
Besides I always do comedy, but the touring always freaks me out. The level of touring these guys do. Like,
that's what I'm saying. He's like, bro, this dude is
touring, dude. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if you even.
I'm about to ask, like, you in theory, like, you could book 50 weekends a year if you wanted.
I like doing some weekends. I like doing maybe 1 or 2 weekends a month.
But you like being in the city for what? Yeah,
I like doing city stuff in the weekend, weekday. I like the city. I like doing city spots.
Where's your favorite place to perform in town right now?
New York Comedy Club, Gramercy is really up there. Gotham.
Kill Room, yeah.
Gotham is an amazing room. Greenwich Village is low key.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. No, I mean, I see you at Sesh all the time.
Yeah, Sash's old room is the best.
Yes, dude.
I feel like for some reason I go to the big room and I become like a bigot or something to them. I keep not having the best sets there. I'm like, what exactly is the issue? Between 3 streets, like 3 blocks later, I'm a bigot all of a sudden. What happened to me?
It's like that room is like a big. The thing is, they can all when a group of like that, when they can all see each other, they don't want to like laugh at something that could be a little bit more. You know,
that's what the front row is so dangerous for people because they're so visible with the lights.
Yeah,
you can't become your most gnarly self.
Yeah,
when the lights are on.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
And like in that old room, it's like tight, and everyone's so tight. You're just looking at the comic, and it's so dark. You're kind of all galvanized by this one fucking
dude.
Dark.
It's one of the best rooms in comedy. Dude.
It's so awesome.
I think it's one of the best rooms ever devised, and when it dies. I feel like Dave is trying to like phase out of that room. When it dies, it'll be the saddest.
He wants to just go big.
I think, but Dave would do what you do. But I will say the Sesh old room is one of the most special rooms.
Dude, it's been especially like right post pandemic too.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I do want to get to another question here. This is I think this would be good. Oh, actually, okay, yeah, this is good. What this is from This is from Ebb, EBB.
Ew.
What's a song you associate with a particular moment or period in your life? I think it's a little sentimental.
Are your fans all like 95? Like, this is the nicest questions I've ever seen.
Super thoughtful fans.
If you want a desert island, what type of vitamins would you bring? Like, what
these are thoughtful ass. We've got some. We can do more comedy if you want.
No.
We've got a ton.
The comedy always comes from serious stuff.
I can answer the first one while you think if you want.
Yeah. What was the question?
This is what is a song you associate with a particular moment or period of your life?
Sure.
First, I'll go back to this Kid Cudi Soundtrack to My Life.
Oh hell yeah.
I just remember being I was like a suburb kid my whole life. Like my older brother like was like really into like punk rock and emo and like shit like that. And I just even when I was on teams like growing up in high school, like I just kind of was like I always thought it was I always thought it was the lamest thing when like a white dude would like fucking do a black accent and like try to act. Sure. I was like I know my role. I'm a white guy. I was I'm a basketball player. Like you're obviously around all these black dudes, but like I felt weird like pretending like I could empathize or understand rap for the longest time. So I was like, no, dude, like I like Fall Out Boy. That's my thing. I'm sorry, like, and I'm gonna stay in my lane here.
Well, back then there was no other side of rap. There was no Kanye yet to be like the Backpack Kid or whatever.
Sure.
It was just gangsta.
Yeah.
You know.
So then I get to college and like they're playing Kid Cudi and I'm like, dude, this is like, okay. Like, I'm like, this is like a amazing.
It's not it's not the stuff.
No. I'm like, oh, he's not like, it's not the, so I'm like, oh, this is a real, and I just remember being like, oh yeah, like rap is fucking, it was like my intro to
dude, because
actually
Cudi's a suburban kid kind of too.
Sure,
exactly. I love that you have that. Because you're right, there was always that white kid who was like, my favorite rapper, DMX. X going to give it to thou.
I know. I played with guys like AAU high school. It's like these are like I'm going to like these all-American camps. It's like every white guy there was just like doing their best impression,
of course,
of whatever. I'm like, dude, that's not, dude. This is not you, dude. So just like, and but yeah, I don't know.
I like that, bro. Be real. You know what? And that's how you get more black friends anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like just by being a human being.
It's a very I don't really know. I never really understood that, dude. Because especially some of these guys, I'm like, I know you're from like a suburb over from me. You don't have to say what up, fam. You don't have to.
It was what's up.
Oh yeah,
dude. You know how black people in general hate corny so much.
Yeah,
that they'll accept when someone's not corny and a pedophile. This what I'm saying? R. Kelly is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Not corny.
Right.
So they stick with him.
Yeah. He's like a cool guy.
Jussie Smollett. Right. No. Jussie Smollett was not just lied.
Yeah.
Was corny.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You're out.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Cosby. Corny.
Yeah.
And a rapist. You're out.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. He didn't swear. You're corny.
You're corny.
He's out.
Corny is if you're not corny, you could be a pedophile.
Wow.
And that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. And we'll be back after this. I think
maybe 5 comments about racial stuff. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, it is nice. It is nice to make racial comments and have it feel a little more accepted.
Yeah, because you're two white guys.
Wait, when it's me and Jeff, it's like, okay, well, this isn't going to age well.
Dude, I can make comments about black people. Some of my best friends are criminals, okay? Jesus Christ. But I'm not, don't be corny.
Do not be corny. All right, well, what about a song for you?
And again, what's the question again?
A song you associate from a particular moment or period in your life that kind of sticks out.
Okay.
A song that brings you back.
Okay.
If there's one where you're like, I don't know how much of a music guy you are.
I'm a huge music guy.
But if there's a song reminds you of just walking down the quad or something when you're just starting stand up.
Sure.
Reminds you of a breakup.
I remember the first time I ever had sex.
Oh.
The song that was playing was Lady Kia's "My Neck, My Back, My Pussy and My Crack." Whatever.
That's audacious.
It was
by the way. To have a sex playlist, your first go.
I didn't do it. I wasn't like. Yeah. I curated Lady Kia soundtrack. No.
Yeah. So she thought you were about to have a session.
Exactly, bro. I lasted like until my pussy and my crack. Like, I didn't get to the fucking chorus.
Of course.
But I remember hearing that song, and I always put me back to that one moment in the dorm when I was fucked for the first time.
When the girl puts music on, you're like, oh fuck, I better bring it.
Bro, two things. I was so quick that day that she was like, we're never gonna play music again, because she thinks she thought that was the reason.
Done deal, of course.
Then she started playing Big Bang Theory in the background. Then I started fucking to Big Bang Theory. So that's weird too. You know, and so my initial sex life was so goofy, dude.
Really?
It was so weird. I started when I was 21. It was late.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like you had like, because you were tall, so you probably had like high school girlfriends. That you were
senior year of high school was when it all happened.
Yeah.
It was a very
Your girlfriend or a random girl?
Girlfriend. Senior year of high school, girlfriend. Did that was but it was a very classic, like,
whose house?
She was like my house, my place.
Where were your parents?
I had a room in the basement.
And so you sunk her in.
No. My parents were actually like, this was end of senior year. And I think my parents, this was weird. Once I had committed to Notre Dame, like I had this like full ride.
Yeah.
And it was signed. My parents were like,
go get syphilis.
They were like, whatever you want to do, dude. Because
here's a gun.
They were literally, my parents were pretty like, no, you're set. Like, it's like, you've done like
That's
job.
Cool.
It was a very.
Did your parents speak to you in Serbian?
They tried, dude. They tried. So I don't know if I told you this story, but like, they spoke Serbian to my brother.
Yeah.
He goes to preschool.
Yeah.
And he only is speaking Serbian at the preschool. Preschool teacher calls my mom like,
this is not acceptable.
Like he's the weird kid. This is like 1993 or whatever. like you have to, because my grandma,
Yugoslavia was made in 91. It is fresh.
So like my grandma lived with us too. So my mom was like, you gotta speak to Bobby in English. Like, we gotta switch this up. So by the time me and my sister. It was pretty much, obviously, my parents and my grandma, they spoke Serbian to each other pretty much. And like, obviously the shit around the house was all sweet, was like Serbian names like Chusha, like Chedepa, whatever. Like that was like, we said that shit, but like, it was mostly like, it was a concentrated to speaking.
That's a sad thing.
I know, definitely.
I wish you knew Serbian.
I wish I did too. I know it is sad. Anytime I meet, like sometimes I'll meet like whatever Serbian girls or whatever, and they're just like,
what do you mean meet Serbian girls? Where, like in the military? What are you talking about? Serbian girls? What does that even mean?
They happen. They come around, and honestly,
they happen.
Serbian girls, dude, have in terms of like the DMs, they have like a confidence in the DM. Serbian
girls. I'm the only group of girls I'm scared that will me to me.
Yes,
I'm like they're gonna.
No, dude, Serbian women are just like they'll DM you like, so what's up? So what's good?
Yeah,
like,
I'll bang you.
Are we doing this?
I'll bang you.
They're confident.
Serbian girls
people.
are intensely powerful.
Yeah, man, they're too.
Eastern Europeans are in general just like,
I know,
very rough people.
It's a very like it's a very when
your entire economy is being the guy who holds a suitcase behind the drug dealer in every drug deal ever.
You're just a bodyguard.
You're just intense.
Yeah.
Your life is intense.
I know, dude. They're very. I'm telling you, dude. There's Serbian girls outside Sesh.
Oh yeah.
Just like beeline to me. Like,
hey,
we're Serbian too.
Oh,
let's go out. Let's hang out. Let's be. Do you? I don't know. It's like I don't want to properly. I don't want to say like Bangladeshi brown people. Is there a sense of community like that in every?
I had a stalker in LA when I went a couple weeks ago. It's the random girl who basically like DM'd me like 9 lick emojis, right? And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then she showed up at 2 shows that I was there. And I was like, what? One was a crowd work show, so I crowd worked her.
Oh,
while a different girl I was seeing was in the crowd. That was insane.
Wait, this is actually a good question, I think, because like with Jeff, he's one guy that I have a good relationship with, where it's like, he's obviously he's very popular as well. So, but it's like his DMs are light.
Yes,
I've asked him about it too. Yeah,
Jeff spends half his set saying he's a small dick and stuff.
Yeah, so
which I know he doesn't.
So as a good-looking, great comic, when the numbers get high on IG, what are the DMs like?
Sure. And first of all, I think Jeff is a fine looking guy. I think
he probably downplays it. He's got a girlfriend.
Dude,
Like he's not.
get outta here,
He's not going to advertise.
I'm sure a bunch of DMV employees would love to ride that car.
A bunch of lunch ladies are hitting up Jeff.
Bunch of like legit crackheads
just like
would love to halfway house that dick.
Super well read.
Super well read trolls.
Yes. But we love you guys. But yeah, what are they like? How
yeah, dude, the shit's pretty wild.
Right.
You know, but not always, you know.
Sure.
Sometimes I'd be like, you know, I get a little expectant. I'll do like a real good kill. I'll be like, oh, this is gonna be, and then everyone's like, no.
Ooh.
There have been some wild ones.
I've had some celebrities randomly.
Sure.
One or two. Got a couple. I'll tell you.
Yeah?
I'll tell you after.
There's one that I dated for a little bit.
Shut up.
Again, she's very low level. I mean, like beyond low level. But I think you know her.
Okay.
So I maybe had that. If you're again, most of it's not even looks, bro. It's just confidence, bro.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm scared of a girl, again, I think of this one thing where this one story of a Patrice O'Neal going up to a group of girls who hated him, and within like 5 minutes, he was getting them to do their orgasm sounds. I think about that story all the time. Like this fat dude.
It's
just vibe, dude. It's like if you talk about sex in a confident way, that comes out. Because if you talk about sex, that puts it in their mind.
Yeah.
Towards, they link you towards sex.
Yeah. Tell me if I'm wrong about this, though. I do think on the whole, the women that DM you, on the whole, are usually women that you would not DM first.
Yes.
But
every once in a while, you'll get one that's like holy shit. And you probably fuck it up in 2 DMs. Like, you're like, yes, I would love to. Go, are you free 2 days ago? Dude, you're freaking out.
I have done that,
100% have flubbed some hook-ins, some shoe-ins. But I freaking out.
Where they're just like high, a lot of eyes,
dude,
and you're like, can't fuck this one up. What?
Then I do a high with more eyes.
Yeah.
Left me on red. Dude, I fucked up so many. Because I'm also in the game a lot. I like dating. I like,
of course,
being in the game. And so I flubbed so much.
I've seen you bring some real talent to the shows before. I've seen the man.
Alex, my guy.
I've seen the man in action,
dude. He's also a very nice guy. Like apparently, it's happened twice. Apparently, if I bring a girl to a show, and Alex is there as I'm on stage, Alex will go to the girl and be like, "This guy's fucking amazing, dude."
Oh my. Okay. Oh,
I want you to know that I love this guy, and he's super funny. I want to thank you for that.
So this is the story. This is the story.
This guy's hot, dude.
This is the story. I get off stage at Sesh, really proud of myself. I've got a kill. Usama follows me. He's on stage. This fucking like 9.8 comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, you got a really good set. That was really funny." And I was like, "Thanks." I'm trying to keep the conversation going. And I go, "Yeah, that guy's really funny too, isn't he?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm here with him." She goes, "Yeah, I came with him." I was like, "Oh, you came with Usama."
And then you do the thing where you're like, "Let me just make sure it's all good." Yeah, Usama's really good. He's a really funny guy.
He's awesome. I was not trying to talk to you at all.
Dude, he's such a guy. He loves consent. The whole deal's great.
Best guy. No, dude, I remember that. I thought this was like a layup. I thought this girl was like trying to talk to me. She's like, "No, I'm here with him." Great.
Here's the truth, Alex, is that you probably still could have. You see what I'm saying? If you had less moral scruples,
maybe.
These people usually are not of the highest, level of moral energy.
It's a good point. That's a good point. But we do have to, we're going to wind this bad boy down. Why don't you do some quick plugs before we get into the Patreon?
Sure, dude. Come see me. What am I doing? In Canada next week. I'm doing like all these dates. Go check my website. Go on my DMs. Sorry, bio, and check the link tree, whatever. That's the main thing. Just come onto my Canada tour. If you're in Canada, I'm doing like 5 cities.
Okay.
Montreal, Ottawa. I'm doing Toronto. I'm doing.
Where can they follow you on Instagram?
At Usama Stands Up. USAMA Stands Up.
Please follow Usama, and guys, please subscribe to the Patreon. We're about to get into it right now.
I love all races, people, creeds.
All races, people, and creeds are welcome.
Everyone's great. No hate.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.